Peppa Pig, Daddy Pig Gets Fit. Daddy Pig is very sporty. His tummy is big, but it is made of pure muscle. If you want to get fit like Daddy Pig, you have to drink lots of water. You must also wear the right clothes. This is Daddy Pig's puddle jumping costume. No one is too old to be sporty. Just ask Grampy Rabbit. There are lots of ways to keep fit too. Football is Daddy Pig's favorite. Daddy Pig only has one fitness rule. Join in and have fun. The end. Peppa Pig, Wonderful Weather. Every day is a wonderful weather day. When it's windy, leaves blow into the air. Fog is a cloud that is on the ground instead of in the sky. Snowy days are fun, as long as you wear your hat, scarf and gloves. Sunshine feels warm. It helps Grandpa Pig's garden grow. Some days that start off sunny, then the rain comes too. Peppa and George don't mind. Rainy, sunny days make beautiful rainbows. The end. Peppa Pig, Peppa and the Police Car. Today at Playgroup, the children are waiting for some very special visitors. The police are coming to help you ride your bike safely, says Madame Gazelle. Hooray! The police drive noisy cars, cries Freddy Fox. Nina, Nina. That's not right, Freddy, says Peppa. Police cars go woo, 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 woo. Just then, there's a loud police siren. Hello, 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 say Officer Panda and Officer Squirrel. We're here to help you ride your bike safely. Now, children, says Officer Squirrel, Officer Panda will drive you to the bottom of the hill. When you hear the siren, cycle down the hill. When you hear it again, use your brakes to stop, says Officer Squirrel. Officer Panda puts on the siren. The children set off on their bikes. They whiz down the hill. Whee! Officer Panda and Madame Gazelle watch as Peppa and her friends zoom towards him. Sometimes being a police officer can be a dangerous job, says Officer Panda. He sounds a siren so everyone will put on their brakes. As soon as they hear the siren, the children use their brakes. Screech! They stop just in front of the police car. Phew, very good braking, says Officer Panda. Well done. That's how to ride your bicycles safely. The children clap, and Officer Panda sounds the siren again. Are there any questions? Says Officer Squirrel. Do you think the siren goes woo woo or nee na? Asked Peppa. It goes like this, says Officer Panda. He and Officer Squirrel get into the car and put on the siren. Everyone loves the siren. The end. Peppa's Chinese New Year. Peppa and George are at playgroup. Good morning, children, says Madame Gazelle. Today is a lucky day. Is it my birthday? asked Danny Dog. No, giggles Madame Gazelle. It's Chinese New Year. The children are excited. Before we celebrate Chinese New Year, we must sweep up, Madame Gazelle says. That is because we sweep out the old year before we welcome in the new year. Peppa and her friends love sweeping. Miss Rabbit brings in lots of paper lanterns. She is going to be a helper today. Chinese New Year is all about family and good fortune, says Madame Gazelle. Let's celebrate together. Everybody cheers. Hooray! Next, Peppa and her friends make Chinese New Year cards. Why are all the cards red? Wonders Peppa. In China, red is a very lucky color, replies Madame Gazelle. My dress is red, squeals Peppa. That makes you extra lucky, says Madame Gazelle. Peppa promises to share her extra luck with Susie Sheep. Miss Rabbit brings out a tray of food. It has candy, tangerines, and cookies. Is anyone feeling hungry? Miss Rabbit asks. We are, shouts Pedro. I like Chinese New Year, says Danny, picking up 2 candies. Later, everyone gets dressed in red clothes, just like Peppa. Then Madame Gazelle shows them pictures of China. This house is called a pagoda, she says. Repeat after me. Pagoda, laughs George. To celebrate the new year, we will have a dragon dance, Madame Gazelle tells the children. Peppa is excited, but she's also confused. Where is the dragon? Peppa asks. We are going to make it, says Madame Gazelle. Peppa and her friends get to work. They use cardboard, paint, ribbon, and their imagination to make the dragon. Who wants to carry the dragon? asked Madame Gazelle. Peppa, Pandora, Peggy, Richard and George do. Roar! Peppa says, pretending to be a dragon. Roar! Say Pandora, Peggy and Richard. Next, Mr. Bull sets up the fireworks. The fireworks will light up the sky during the children's dragon dance. That gives Madame Gazelle an idea. Mr. Bull, would you like to lead the dance as a lion? She asks. It would be an honour, replies Mr. Bull. With everything ready to go, Mr. Bull leads the children outside for the dragon dance. Peppa is so excited she can hardly wait. The children perform the dragon dance, while the fireworks light up the sky. It truly is a sight to behold. And there's another sight too. The parents have come to see the show. Happy Chinese New Year, say the parents. The children smile. Happy Chinese New Year, they reply. The end. Peppa Pig, the official annual 2022. Snowy Mountain.
Wow!
Peppa and her family have come to the mountains to go skiing. The ski lift is there to carry everyone to the top of Snowy Mountain. It looks a bit high, says Daddy Pig nervously. Daddy Pig does not like heights. They get into the ski lift chairs and the safety bars come down. Whoa! Shouts Daddy Pig as they are lifted up into the air. This is really fun, cries Peppa. Oh, yes, says Daddy Pig. Really fun. In the air, in a chair, sings Peppa again and again. The ski lift soon reaches the top of Snowy Mountain. Daddy Pig isn't sure how to get out of the chair. Oh! He shouts, falling out of the lift and into the snow. When Peppa, George and Mummy Pig reach the top of the mountain, they find Daddy Pig totally covered in snow. Daddy is a walking, talking snowman, says Peppa, giggling. Says Daddy Pig, shaking off all the snow. Skis, skis, get your skis here, calls Miss Rabbit from her ski hut. Hello, says Mummy Pig. Skis for 2 grown-ups and 2 children, please. There you go, says Miss Rabbit, handing over the skis. Yippee, says Peppa. Madame Gazelle is Peppa and George's ski teacher. Will we ski all the way down the mountain? Asked Peppa. Not today, Peppa, says Madame Gazelle. We'll stick to the baby slope. To start, push off slowly with your sticks. To stop, point your skis together. The children copy Madame Gazelle. When they reach the bottom, Madame Gazelle shows the children the gold cup she won for being a world champion at skiing. The children are very impressed.
Wow!
Can we see you do some more skiing? Asked Peppa. Please. Very well, says Madame Gazelle. Madame Gazelle performs a ski routine with twists, turns, and a big jump. Oh! Gasp the children. That was amazing, says Daddy Pig. Yes, well, I was the world champion, says Madame Gazelle. Now which Mummy or Daddy would like a go? Why not, says Mummy Pig. Hooray! Are you sure, Mummy Pig? Says Daddy Pig. You haven't skied for years. It's like riding a bike, says Mummy Pig. You never forget. Which way does this go? All the way down the mountain, says Madame Gazelle. Mummy Pig sets off. Where are the brakes? She says to herself. Mummy Pig zooms down the mountain very quickly and onto the street below. Whoa, stand back, she shouts. Wow, my mummy is skiing super fast, says Peppa, watching from the top of the mountain. And she did a loop-the-loop.
Wow!
She can't stop, says Madame Gazelle. We have to catch up with her. Mummy Pig isn't sure how she is going to stop, but then she hits a big bank of snow. Everyone skis down to find her at the bottom of the mountain. says Mummy Pig through the snow. My goodness, a walking, talking snowman, says Madame Gazelle. No, it's just my mummy, says Peppa. Mummy Pig shakes off all the snow. I have never seen such amazing skiing, says Madame Gazelle. This cup belongs to you. Madame Gazelle gives Mummy Pig her world champion skier's cap. Hooray! My mummy is the best at skiing down the mountain, says Peppa. Everyone laughs. Peppa Pig. Flip Flap Peppa. Peppa loves dressing up.
Wow!
Who will she be today? Peppa is a daring explorer. She's hunting high and low. I'm ready for adventure. Looking for things to discover. Peppa is a grown-up lady. She's going out to the shops, smelling of Mummy Pig's perfume.
Wow!
Look at my lovely shoes. Peppa is a brave firefighter. She's ready for an emergency, wearing yellow waterproofs. Everything is under control. Peppa is a caring nurse. She's always ready to help with her first aid kit. I'll make you better, George. Peppa is a flying superhero. She's disguised in a shadowy mask, wearing a magic super cape. I will save the day. Peppa is a fairy tale princess. She lives in a royal palace with her little pet mouse. Let's ride in our carriage, Sir George. Peppa is a clever scientist. She wants to zoom into space in her powerful rocket. I love looking at the stars. Peppa is a hungry tiger. She's prowling through the jungle with her animal friends. Arr! Peppa is a seafaring pirate. She's about to sail the ocean blue, looking for some treasure. Ahoy there, me hearties! Peppa is a magic witch. She can fly through the starry skies on her magical broom. I'll turn you into a frog. The end. Peppa Pig, the time capsule. Peppa and her friends are at playgroup. They are making a time capsule to show people in the future how they live. We'll put special things in this box and bury it, says Madame Gazelle. Will it grow? asks Susie Sheep. No, Susie, it will remain in the ground for many years, says Madame Gazelle. Now, children, what things should we put inside? asks Madame Gazelle. A comic, says Peppa. Music, says Susie. A toy, says Danny Dog. A carrot, says Rebecca Rabbit. What do you think the future will be like? asked Madame Gazelle. I think the future I will live on the moon, says Peppa, and all my friends will come to visit. I will fly a space rocket, adds Danny. The parents come to pick the children up. Daddy Pig, you're just in time to help us dig a hole, says Madame Gazelle.
Hooray!
Everyone goes outside to bury the time capsule. Daddy Pig buries the time capsule. When can we dig it up? asks Peppa. It will remain in the ground for many years, says Madame Gazelle. I can't wait that long, says Peppa impatiently. Madame Gazelle laughs. You're just like your daddy when he was little. Your parents made a time capsule when they were little too, says Madame Gazelle. We buried it over here. I thought it was a much smaller tree, says Daddy Pig. The tree has grown since then, replies Madame Gazelle. Daddy Pig digs up the old time capsule. When they get back inside, it's time to open the old time capsule.
Hooray!
Stand back, children, says Madame Gazelle. Yes, Madame Gazelle, everyone replies. What do we have here? says Madame Gazelle. An old comic, a tin toy, music, and a very old carrot.
Wow!
That's mine, says Mummy Rabbit. What a good choice, Mummy, says Rebecca. And a videotape of your parents when they were little, says Madame Gazelle. Who's the little piggy in the glasses? asks Peppa. That's Daddy Pig, replies Mummy Pig. Oh, and that's me. Hello, Victor, says little Daddy Pig. What a squeaky little voice you have, says Peppa, laughing. You're probably living on the moon now, says little Daddy Pig. Silly little Daddy Pig, says Peppa. Making time capsules is lots of fun, but finding them is even better. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.